Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Redz Table, hosted by Redz TV. I'm happy to be back. It's Wednesday evenings, and it's such a joy to come on this channel and bring you guys the latest scores and updates from the weekend past. I have a smile on my face. We took a point from Chelsea. Not many clubs can say that this season, but I'm happy. But I'm pretty sure we'll have a more unbiased opinion from another Manchester United supporter, DJ Lou, aka Lutando. And we have Hotspur Bram with us tonight. Craig unfortunately couldn't make it, but I'm pretty sure the rest of the guys will, bring the heat. And we'll also be previewing the Man United versus Arsenal game tomorrow. So that is an easy 3 points for us. What a time to play them. And yeah, let's get going. Hotspur Bram, how you doing, my guy?
Good evening, viewers. Good evening, everybody. I'm good. Good to be here. Good to be here.
Lovely. You had a boring weekend. Man. Your game was postponed. How do you feel about that?
Look, the game being postponed, it's a good thing. West Ham dropped points. It would be nice for Arsenal to drop points, but they're doing well. So we've got a game where we've got. It's nice to know that fixture, if we keep picking up points and those two drop points, that fixture could, pound on the pressure if we win it. So maybe it's a good thing. Maybe it is a good thing that we've got that game in hand.
And for sure, I have you back tomorrow night, my man. We'll definitely be, getting Arsenal to drop some points. So maybe I'm just excited.
Fully behind United. I'm fully behind United tomorrow night.
That's my guy. DJ Lou, how you doing, brother?
I'm good. And yourself, man?
Lekker. How was your Wednesday so far?
Busy.
Yeah. Nice. You said earlier on you made supper. That was some ribs and chips.
Oh, yeah. Easy. I had to make supper because someone was tired at home, so I had to come on to make supper.
And Bram asked the question.
I'm a good soccer.
You fry it, or how do you?
Oven. Woolworths fry.
Oven.
Woolworths, yeah. Quick.
Woolworths.
Quick,
Shout out to Woolworths for always bringing the quality
that
I work for,
yeah. They do bring the quality. I won't say they don't.
It's all about quality, my man. Yeah, Bram, so just touching base, your game was postponed. Of course, it was weather conditions. Your game coming up tomorrow, I believe that is Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford.
Yeah, Brentford started off very well. They started the season off very well, my man. Going into this game, I think it's a third game now under Antonio Conte.
His third game.
Yeah, what are the expectations?
Look, with Brentford, if you look at them, they've lost 3 in 5. They've only won one out of the last 5 games.
Yeah.
We haven't done much better. We've won 2 in 5, but I think your heart tends to your head says we're a different Spurs team. We've got content. You're expecting miracles, but your heart says, listen, it's a slow progress. It's going to be a progress. And if we draw tomorrow, I think the public, you guys, everybody will say like your Spurs drop points. If we draw tomorrow, I'm just happy we're not losing. But I'm excited to see the continued progress under Antonio Conte. So
yeah,
look, I'll take a 1-0. I'll take a 1-0 with him scoring the own goal. I don't care who scores a goal as long as we get the 3 points.
You can't say it's Kane. You can't say it's Kane because he's still struggling to score goals. Yeah,
sure. He scored a good goal in Europe.
Yeah, he did.
He scored a good goal.
This is actually Kane's time, my man. No matter who the manager is, we know if it's August, September, he's dry, his goals is dry. But once it comes to October, November, December, Kane is already on top of the scorers list. But I mean, I don't know. Is it really getting to him that he no longer wants to be at Tottenham, or what? Because it should be the peak of your season.
You hit the nail on the you hit the nail on the head. The kind of other years wanted to be at Spurs. This Harry Kane today doesn't want to be there.
But would you then want your performance to drop just because you don't want to be there? You're not selling yourself to other clubs.
Yeah. Bear in mind, we also have the World Cup coming up next year as well.
Look for England. Also, you probably wants his price tag to go down.
Yeah, look for England. You can't fault his displays. I mean, it's like he's piling on the goals. I think he knows that clever coaches out there, top clubs, will still come after him in January. He knows his value's gone down, but on the other hand, he's got a chairman who's probably not going to budge. So it's look. I'm going to make the same statement I made last week. You guys laughed at me when I said about the is Ronaldo, apart from the goals, what does he bring to the team? And lo and behold, carried whether he was dropped or rested, whatever, he didn't play against Chelsea.
Yeah,
I'm of the opinion. Take Harry Kane out of the team and let's work forward whether he's going to be there, not be there, and just build the team around whoever's going to be around.
For sure.
Who's going to be around because
Song is going to be around.
Do you know what happens? We've got such an imbalance in our performances when the guys move forward and he's either just not making the runs he would have made 3-4 years ago, which he can if he wants to, but he doesn't. And unless the ball comes to him, he's not putting himself about. He's not. So...
What do you think Conte's going to finally drop him?
Conte's got the same problem most other clubs have. United can't drop Harry Maguire because of the fee and whatever they paid for him, and the same thing goes with Spurs. They can't drop him.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no massive fee on his head.
There's
no fee, but remember what he is to Spurs is what other players, important players, are to other teams. Whether they perform or don't perform, he's the most expensive. He earns the most at the club. We've got to remember Spurs are run by Jews, and Jews count their money. So are they going to count their money with him sitting on the bench? Would you rather play him and know that he can do something? But I think that's the problem that we've got. I mean, if Conte had his wish, I don't think he would play. I don't think Conte would play Harry Kane. I don't. Yeah. I really don't think he would. So, like the viewer saying there, his performance for his country is a different story. I just sorry to hop on, guys. I just think
go on.
When he plays for England, I think what goes through his mind is he's getting fed by Foden, Sterling, Declan Rice, and he's thinking to himself, "This is the caliber I should be playing in, week out." If I'd gone to City, I've got Bernardo, I've got Gundogan, I've got Jack Grealish. If I went to United, I would have the service. If I went to Chelsea,
skip United.
No, but I think he's probably thinking, if I went to United, I could have made the difference. If I went to City, this is what I'm going to get fed. And then he comes to Spurs and he's thinking, what do I have behind me here? What's the point in me putting myself about? We're going to get just so far. I think that is what goes through. You can see he's a different player for England. But it's because... he's just vibing off the energy in the team and the players. And he comes to Spurs and it's like, why am I here? So it's listen, United sign him tomorrow. You'll get 25 goals. I'll tell you, he'll win the top goal scorer from January till the end of the year. He'll win it at United. You know why? He's away from that negative football or that connotation. I'm not going to win anything.
For sure.
His whole mindset change.
The whole mindset will change because he'll believe at United I'm a step closer to a trophy. This is a club that if they get to a final, they're going to win it. If he goes to Chelsea, he knows they're going to win something. If he goes to City, he's going to win something. If he goes to Liverpool, he's in with a chance to win the league. So, if he goes to PSG, they're 11 points ahead. They're going to win the league. He's going to finally get something. I do think he's the kind of guy that will want to win trophies in England. I don't think he's got his eye on...
I think he got his eye on Champions League, man. I honestly think he got his eye on Champions League. He would like a league and a Champions League trophy on his name.
Yeah, but I think start off small. Start off with a title. Start off with a major title.
Look at his other players. Look at the players he probably but think about it. Look at the players he compares himself to. You think I'm better than Sterling? I score more goals than Sterling, but Sterling has a league title and a FA Cup title behind him. So those kind of things do play in the player's mind.
Yeah, I think I think continental players and South Americans, they will win the Champions League with whoever it is, wherever it is. I don't care. I think with the English players, they would much rather win the Champions League with an English club. So I think domestic trophies, first and foremost, is what they are after. And if the Champions League comes with an English club, great. Yeah, I mean, if you look at Gareth Bale, I still think with all the trophies Bale won, he's disinterest in football is because he's playing elsewhere. The money that he's earning at Madrid is what is appealing to him. But I think if Bale was fully fit and he had a chance to come to England and play for the team that's going to challenge for the Premier League, I think he would have jumped ship a long time ago.
For sure.
Yeah, but look when he was in England, he didn't get actually that much injured. He actually played a lot more football.
Yeah, but
he was 23. He was 23 then, though.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking when he came back now for the loan.
Scrawny he was also at Tottenham. That man went and he bounced up so much, and that injuries came
off. But now when he went to Tottenham for that short period.
Yeah, he came there injured, though. Remember, he came there injured. His slow progress was the fact that Mourinho didn't have faith to integrate him into the game. Mourinho wanted him to get fit, not playing football. Fit playing Thursday night football in the Europa League. And I mean, it was, you could see in the Europa League, the games he played, it was easy for him. You know, he was tearing teams apart. He comes on, but he wasn't getting that intensity. The guy still scored 16 goals for us, eh?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Honestly, I don't know why he didn't stay.
He scored 9 in the league.
Where is he in Spain? Is he even playing? I don't see. I never read his name.
He played a few games. I know he played a couple of games. He scored a couple of goals. And then, bang, guys hasn't played again.
Needs to just go, man.
I of course I want to just take a break from the Prem, and the shocker of an award that this man got.
No,
I just wanna spend a good solid 10 minutes. Just 10 minutes. We're gonna allow it. And I want the viewers to bring your honest opinion. And I'm gonna ask this question.
Yeah.
Leave the Ronaldo and Messi debate. Leave that Ronaldo's by United or whatever, who's better. Is this an honest award to give to Messi, knowing that we could have had Lewandowski winning that award hands-on? How corrupt is FIFA to even not just give it to him?
It's not FIFA, though. It's not FIFA.
Who is it then?
It's not FIFA. Remember, it's the French award. It's their awards that they created. It's nothing to do with FIFA. Remember?
Okay.
That's the one thing I actually read on that. And
actually, I've read about it. Yeah, I've read about it. There's a few guys.
There's nothing to do with FIFA. Yeah, it is daylight robbery. It is total daylight robbery. Messi hasn't. You know what they tried to show? They showed the stats of Messi compared to Lewandowski. And they showed Messi had more touches, more passes, everything.
No. Wait.
Just look at the stats.
Okay.
Just look at the stats. Just Google it. Google it. You'll see. They try to justify why they chose Messi. All right?
Okay.
And they put out stats comparing the two for that season. And I was like, no, that's rubbish. That stats cannot be true. Messi was seen how many times walking on the field, not worried, doing anything.
He probably had more touches from
Barcelona.
He probably had more touches because they sent it so much at Barcelona from losing games last year.
It's quite true, bro. It's so true. And I was so shocked when I saw that. I was like, wow, how could Messi win it? And then they were on Ronaldo's case for not attending the award, but I respect him for not attending. Because that was bad, bro.
Yeah.
And Messi knew himself, the mere fact that he said Lewandowski deserved this award.
Yeah. Beast coming through, and Beast is saying that it's journalists that votes.
Correct. It is the journalists. So the Ballon d'Or originated from journalists.
If the journalists are voting for
Messi, under correction, I think it's called La Equipe. It's the journalists. Those journalists from that sort of sporting pop tabloid that they vote for a Ballon d'Or player. Look, personal opinion, he didn't deserve it. he never deserved it in as often as what he did. So
Yes,
don't get me wrong. He is arguably one of the greatest. He's
For
one of the
sure.
greatest of our generation. We don't have
For
that.
sure.
He's probably won it times when he didn't deserve to win it.
yeah.
I think the times Ronaldo won the award, he thoroughly deserved it. This times Messi won it when he didn't deserve it.
Mm.
The fact that these journalists have such a big influence on the award is shocking. It's shocking. I blame FIFA. I think you said it earlier, Dale. Blame FIFA.
Yeah.
FIFA. Remember, this is a anything that is involves the global player, right?
Mm.
Is it has to be signed off by FIFA. You can't just have an award
Yeah,
of this caliber not
I
under
get
the
you.
tutelage
Yeah.
of FIFA, right?
Mm.
So FIFA is fully aware of this. However, FIFA is going to wipe their hands and say, but we don't judge the play of the we sign it
Mm.
off that it's fine.
Yeah.
Um, I just don't think he deserved the award. I think why he is shocked is Messi's for me. If you look at it, he's more media friendly and ready to have interviews with magazines, whereas Ronaldo is these days more social media. He doesn't really
Mm.
speak much to the press. He doesn't speak unless, and I think it was a case that was the case of the fact that Messi entertains the media. You know,
Mm.
is where it came in.
Guys having network issues.
Yeah. No,
Based on the fact that he is always readily available to speak to this magazine. He's featured more often than anyone
mm.
in these French magazines. And now that he's playing in France,
Yeah.
you know, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Mm. But now my understanding, and with watching these awards over the years, and like I said, I'll raise my hand up first if someone can educate me on how these things actually work. Um, Now it's even for the award that Lewandowski won last night. They are now
That was
certain. Does the criteria change every year? That's my
no.
thing.
Look,
Does
look.
the criteria change to accommodate a certain
Yeah.
player that they feel that dominates the era of football? Because we know that Ronaldo won it 2008. Messi then went to go and win it 2009, 2010, 2012. He won it. Got four in a row basically. And then Ronaldo to play catch up. But I mean, if we look further back before that, there were many players that were basically, I will use the term, robbed of this prestigious award. And looking back
Mm.
now, it's something that I feel that, and maybe someone can confirm, the criteria is changing every
To
time. Look at
accommodate.
Messi. Messi did not have
Yeah.
a great 2020 and 2021. He did. He had a good
Yeah, it's
season.
not. It's
He
not.
won international trophy. He won international trophy, but he wasn't great. I know players that were great. And Aiden
Mm.
also said it early on. Aiden Oliver, he said Lewandowski was robbed. Not the first time, not the
He
second
was
time,
robbed.
not the third time.
Twice. Oh,
He
third
Goals.
was
time
he
now.
was he was
You need to
robbed.
look at the
He
goals.
was robbed.
Yeah, we need to look at the participation, the your chances created. What have you won? Yes, winning something is a team thing. Yes, it is a team thing. But individually, 51 goals. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
and you don't
Exactly.
deserve it.
Season
You see,
after
you
season
see
after season.
exactly
Jules,
what you're saying
I
there,
just
though.
want to get water quickly. I just want to get water.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
No worries.
Exactly what you're saying there. If it was based on goals scored, right?
Mm.
I would understand if Messi scored 65 goals, 70 goals, and his team still didn't win a trophy. You can't then blame him. He's tried his best. He didn't
Yeah,
even hit those numbers.
yeah.
Um, Lewandowski did. M- it's your how can I say your influence in your team winning trophies and titles. Messi had no
Mm.
influence
Yes,
over them.
yes. Thank
So
you.
we can say that this is he played in a substandard Barcelona team,
Mm.
but I would understand if he scored 60 goals. He
Mm.
didn't, which means
Mm.
he was also substandard. Right? He
Mm.
stood out. It's like he stood out in a poor team, really.
For sure.
Lewandowski scored tons of goals. If you're not going to give it to Lewandowski and you're not going to give it to Messi, then you look at who won the Champions League.
Mm.
Chelsea. Who was the
Yeah.
most influential Chelsea player that got them to winning the Champions League. Mason Mount.
Yeah, there's a few you can mention.
There's a few you can mention in the Chelsea side. Then you look. Then you say people say Jorginho is an average player in successful teams.
Yeah,
no problem with that. Then, but listen, was he influential in his teams winning those trophies?
Thank you.
That makes Jorginho Player of the Year. That makes him Ballon d'Or winner. Do you understand? That is just my logic on it. You can't just give it to Messi based on his name. It's
but it feels like that. It feels like it. They're giving it based on his name.
And that's the thing. That's the thing for us as supporters in our era. I mean, we're averaging the ages. We're not going to give our ages away here, but I mean, watching football, like making sense of what you're watching, goes from late 90s, early 2000s currently. So we understand football. We know when we watch football, we don't just watch and so we see goals, we see the tactics behind it. We see, okay, that person stood out. A lot of people hated on Jorginho, and I could even say Jorginho can be, or at least cut down to the top 5 of those nominees, but he was influential. He was influential in that Chelsea team, and he was influential in the Euros as well. Let's not put that aside.
Can we add one thing though?
Yeah.
If your club wins Champions League, you stand a very good chance of winning a trophy.
But then Jorginho got nothing. Look, Dandy, my understanding, now I'm being honest, people can go at me. How many times or how many seasons of this season, if your team wins the Champions League, that player that was influential wins the Ballon d'Or?
2007, Kaka.
It started 2007 with Kaka. 2008 it was Ronaldo. 2009 it was Messi. They beat us in the Champions League final. 2010 it was Messi again. And now that name Messi has become a household name. If you just anybody and you like you like football, is it Messi? Yes. You understand? So some things need to maybe change, so we can at least have honest votes, because now that era of Ronaldo and Messi is officially done. They won't be getting that anymore. I just feel sorry for the players coming up after that. It's going to be a thing of, yes, maybe Lewandowski will win it next year. Finally, will win it. But I mean, how many years has been wasted for him only to get one Ballon d'Or?
They're probably going to be given it next year.
Hey?
They probably give it to him based on their poor judgment this season. I mean, you look at 2018. Why did Modric win it? He won it because they won the Champions League. His country lost in the World Cup final. He was influential in them getting there. And he I feel he was given the award. 2017 for me was better.
Yeah.
2018 he got it. So again, you understand what as you said earlier, we all watch football and yes, we all have different opinions, but when it comes to something like this, I think most football fans worldwide share the same opinion that there can only be one winner, and it's Lewandowski, and it cannot be anybody else.
Yeah. Just to I see the live is getting quite heated up. We're getting more viewers, so everybody, thank you very much for tuning in. We are discussing the Ballon d'Or individual corruption trophy that was given to Messi last night. So if you have any view on that, please type it in the comment, and of course like the show, share it and subscribe as well. But yeah, so I feel we all agree this year it should have been given to Lewandowski. I'm hands up. He should have been 2 in a row, but of course last year that is a written off year. But
but
one thing also
that COVID thing they should have still gave it to him, because all of them was over COVID.
For sure.
And then why didn't they give it to him? Because he was so brilliant.
Exactly. They should give it to him the same reason they gave it to Michael Owen in 2001. Michael Owen got to be based on goals scored. I think Liverpool won the UEFA Cup, the Europa League, what it's called today, or the UEFA Cup. Lewandowski scored goals in the Champions League, not in the Europa League.
Let's not forget David Beckham in 99. Let's not forget Beckham in 99, bruh. That was as harsh as ever. Winning the treble, second top goal scorer in the league, assists and everything. But yeah, everybody has their own opinion about that.
And they gave it to Ronaldo then that year.
And they gave it, Gino brought up a good one. When will goalkeepers ever get this type of recognition? Virgil van Dijk, Champions League winning season, he should have won it. He should have won it. Stand-out player. This is a time, of course, everybody knows how I feel about Liverpool, but I'm not going to, of course, not recognize a player when they stand out. Virgil van Dijk should have won it. I don't think, Gino, if you're not a striker, you will get it. What was the last defender to get it? Yeah, Cannavaro.
Cannavaro.
Cannavaro was the last. Did we ever have a goalkeeper winning?
No.
Did we ever have a goalkeeper? No.
Buffon was in the top 3, I think. That's the closest.
Yeah. Icar also came very close. I don't think. Maybe someone can just pop it in the comments if a goalkeeper's ever won. But I don't, I don't think that we'll have any goalkeepers. I mean, if your last defender won in 2005, I mean, how many standout defenders do we have since then? All goalkeepers to even. But I mean, this era also was very difficult because it was just Ronaldo and Messi that was dominating the Ballon d'Or. So maybe now next season, because I do believe the era is done officially. Maybe it's now time, to look at the broad aspect. Look at those standout players. Like I said, VVD, he was supposed to win it. And good one from Davy as well. Mendy had a brilliant season. Wasn't even recognized at all. But
exactly.
That's definitely a conversation.
But like you said earlier, there's a host of Chelsea players that would have fit the criteria of, if they'd won the award, you wouldn't have questioned why him, because I mean they went on to win the Champions League.
Yeah.
For me, Alisson also. See, their pieces put it up. For me, Alisson should have also been given a mention. Because I still believe that as influential as Van Dijk is to Liverpool, take him out. Take Alisson out of the team. Take Alisson out of the team. I've always said this, and there's a big Liverpool fan that I work with, and I've always said to him, is Van Dijk your best signing in the last 5 years, or is it the keeper? I said, because I've seen Liverpool play without Van Dijk, with Alisson in goal. I mean, okay, last year, they had injuries.
Hello.
You've seen Liverpool play with Van Dijk, all their players fit and they've got a different keeper, and they lose. You've seen Liverpool play without Van Dijk and you have Alisson in goal, they still win. For me, people don't recognize the massive impact that he has. And I think the same goes with this Chelsea team. If you take Mendy out of that team at the moment, you kind of feel that, listen, we could get away here with Mendy in that team. They change their back four at will. They rotate. Yeah. Solid. Still solid. Still solid. And I think that was De Gea was, for me, when he came to United. Not the first season, the second season, when he started getting into it.
Yeah.
Even the Solskjaer ending second, that season ending second, De Gea was pretty decent. So for me, Alisson also deserved it.
Yeah. David D, my man, who is the GOAT in the Prem? Would you say Alan Shearer? No, you won't. Stop waiting on Messi. There's no hate. There's definitely no hate.
Messi. We're hating on the decision makers.
No, the horrible 2 seasons.
Not Messi, David.
Yeah, it's definitely. We're not hating on Messi. I mean, if you're hating on Messi, then I mean you have a problem with yourself firstly. But it's definitely not Messi. It's the decision that was made behind the scenes to give Messi an award, and the disrespect to also tell him before. They knew a long time ago. I mean, it was like 4 days before the ceremony that Messi knew. And acting as a surprise when he got it last night, man came out in bling bling. First time he got a fashion sense. Like, I mean, his pants is always wide, his ties always skew. So definitely thanks to Gucci for setting the man up for a
with nice his whole family, right? His whole family. Whole family. Then that gave it away.
The man knew already. He knew already. So yeah. But let's get back to the Premier League. Manchester United won. Chelsea won. Mendy still on his way home from Delft after Jadon Sancho sent that man the wrong way. Bram, my man, you neutral, you football. The performances, Manchester United going into this game. And just for everybody that didn't know, Ralph Rangnick has been appointed officially as the interim coach of Manchester United. That will be leading us until the end of the season. The man is in Manchester. He's waiting on his work visa. He won't be in charge of tomorrow's game, but I'm pretty sure Michael Carrick will put the Gunners to sleep tomorrow night. But Manchester United won, Chelsea won. I watched the game. What is your thoughts on the game, though, Osper Bram?
I called this before Sunday, not on the show, but as I said to Craig, United won't lose, provided Ronaldo doesn't start the game. Differences of opinion. Everybody, I'm outside. I'm a neutral. I'm not a United fan. I'm not a United hater. Just from a football perspective, I said that as poor as Rashford played, I think he gave a bit more in terms of stopping Chelsea, making their defenders defend. I think that going forward, I think tomorrow night I would start Ronaldo. But I think in that game against Chelsea, it was a good thing he didn't play. I don't think United did badly. Some people are saying United were fortunate.
No.
Chelsea were not threatening. I think what Carey got right was he made the two Chelsea wing backs, instead of them, defending in United's half, stopping United, they were actually playing as right and left backs.
In their own half.
So I think for me, United did extremely well under the circumstances. And they show that Chelsea is not a steam train if you don't allow them to run over you.
Thank you. I got roasted. I made my WhatsApp status brilliant performance from Manchester United, and of course I got reposted by a lot of people that's watching the show, so I'm not going to mention names. The reason why I said brilliant performance is that if I look at the Liverpool game and the City game, it wasn't anything different that Chelsea was giving us. They were in our half a lot. What I liked is that we soaked up the pressure. If Manchester United had Harry Maguire in that team, it would have been a whole lot of, yes, we conceded a whole lot of corners. But I mean, that center pairing from Lindelof and Eric was beautiful.
They dealt with what came their way.
We soaked up that pressure, and I think it was going to be a game of a counter-attack. Jorginho was very generous on Sunday. Tuchel came out and said it was the floodlights. That's why he had a bad first touch. I don't know why these coaches come up with the worst excuses ever. But one opportunity in that game was what we needed. Unfortunately, that penalty that wasn't supposed to be a penalty was given. Take that away. I think soaking up the pressure is also a brilliant performance from a club. If you're playing against a team that is better than you currently, and they are coming at you left, right, and center, and you actually handle that with no, there was no loose balls. Every tackle, it was a men tackle. Every position, every player was in their box, in their duty, in the line of duty. Let me rather say that. And that, for me, I call a brilliant performance. It was just sad that we couldn't take the 3 points at Stamford, but how many teams went there this season and went home with nothing? I think a point away from home. Yes, we are the mighty United, the great United, but I mean, any manager, any supporter will say, Chelsea on top of the log. We went there, took a point, and we came back home. I think that's a job well done.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what
I agree there.
What were people expecting? Stop watching highlights of 2005 when Fergie was there and expecting that this is what United should be doing. It's 2021. Fergie's not there. The caliber of players isn't the same. So United are in a mourning phase, if you can put it that way. They're in a mourning phase. So to do what they did there, many teams, listen, United, Spurs are in the same bracket currently, log position, right?
Yeah.
Spurs and those. Put Spurs against Chelsea Sunday, 3-1, 4-2, you know? So credit where credit is due is that United put in a performance, came away with a point, and we would applaud any other team that went there and got a point, we would applaud
for
them.
sure.
So if you're a football-loving fan, don't have blinkers on and pass criticism because of rivalry. Obviously, it's rivalry. You know, it's going to go. But when give credit where credit's due, and United, I mean, Chelsea hit the post 15 times, you know.
Yeah.
You can say United clung on. I think Chelsea had 3 clear-cut chances. Great saves by De Gea. That's 3.
Especially from that's the first,
for me,
first 3 minutes.
United, I think United had 2 chances to win the game, in my opinion. You know, so Give credit due.
Yeah, look,
Lou?
I'll be honest. I was happy. I was happy. Yes, the first half was disappointing. The way we played, but at the end of the day, I was happy we got the point and we didn't take a loss. I was really happy with that. And the second half, we did change. I felt it just made the changes a bit late. Because it's through what you always
It's
think
earlier than
about.
all these changes. It's earlier than all these changes.
Yeah, no. Through what Bram said at one game, that sometimes you need to bring a player like Mata, someone that can just give that passes. You know,
Bram, that was a game for Mata on Sunday. That
Yeah.
was
Yes.
the game that you were
Listen,
talking about.
25
That was
minutes
for
to
Mata.
go. 25 minutes to go. You've got Ronaldo on the pitch, right? You've got one player in your team that can spot a killer pass. Use your tools, man.
Yeah.
Use your tools.
Yeah.
So
DJ Lou?
if we had to put players, like put him on, just to provide that passes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
DJ Lou, my guy. This one's for you. A brilliant week for Sancho. Got a goal in the week. Got a goal at the weekend. With the stats him coming into the team, I mean, he went 10 games without scoring or giving an assist. The man started a week ago with an assist. He got a goal in the week, and now he scored also. For me, yeah, people say it's a guaranteed goal. You running from the halfway line with the ball. You have your option to
how many times have we seen people miss that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You see Rashford, if you have to pass the ball to Rashford, it's offside because Rashford is in front of him. You still have to beat the best keeper in the league currently. And with that confidence, my man scores at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, he sent the keeper to Delph. Like Gino said, he took the Sunlam taxi.
Yeah.
Is this the start now for Jadon Sancho?
I think Carrick is doing the right thing by playing him in his position. The kid plays on the right hand side. He's been brilliant on the right hand side, and giving him that freedom when he plays on the right and moves around. That's how we know his game. So I think the more he plays, the more confidence in the build, and that man's crosses. It's something we're missing. Like, we really do miss that, a player that can cross the ball like that. It's a pity on our left hand side we don't have the same. Unless Shaw is on, then we normally do get those crosses in. But I'm really
second start. That's a second start. Hopefully,
look, he needs to play more. I feel the more game time he gets, better he's gonna get. And you can see it. You can see it. He's really getting confident.
Yeah.
So
actually,
I really hope Carrick keeps him going. I really hope so. Even when the interim coach comes in, I hope they give the boy the chance to continue, let him play there. And let's just see what happens tomorrow. Look, you guys, look at the fixtures. The fixtures is crazy.
Do you know what? We're getting to the fixtures part, but my man David D coming through again with a shade, lucky draw, and Spurs fan. That's for you, Hot Bram. Preaching about being real. Both clubs are finished.
Yeah.
Now, those are the things. These are the type of things that gets you press the United fans button, and you're looking for a reaction. But I'm gonna keep quiet because tomorrow night it is Manchester United versus Arsenal. But
you know what? I'm not going to act, but can I just say something to Debbie? If we are finished, you are celebrating winning 4 games out of 5. What does it say for you as Arsenal fans celebrating the fact that you're not going to get anywhere close to a trophy? You have shown improvement. So if we are finished and you are a point above the 2 teams, welcome to the finished article. You part of this. You are part of this. so you keep watching your videos of the Invisibles. Keep watching your videos of the Invisibles and telling us that you can see Arteta's.
A lot of Arsenal supporters still
all
watch that video.
All of a sudden, Arsenal supporters are now seeing the vision of Mikel Arteta. That same vision where he called Arteta out. Now they can all of a sudden see the vision. See the vision when you are losing and tell us you can see the vision. Don't see the vision when you are winning.
For sure.
Facts.
Luthi, let me give Bram a break. Let him cool down. Beast is coming through with a good one. Fred was brilliant for the past 2 games against Chelsea and Villarreal. He's the only real worker retrieving the ball successfully.
And do you know what? Do you know why? If you actually watch how he's playing now,
Okay.
Scott's playing behind him. Fred is the one that's moving up and down all the time.
Yeah.
And that's how Fred plays for Brazil. Literally, he's the guy that's up and down, moving.
Yes, done well.
And that's his game. That's why I always say Fred's not a bad player. Yes, he does lose the ball. I will not deny that. He does make that mistake when you lose the ball.
But I think that's the risk of winning the ball. Like,
yes,
I mean,
but
if you look,
if you play in the way he's playing now, guys, like honestly, the way he's playing now, Scott behind him, Fred in front, moving up and down. Fred's been playing better.
Fred, that 1-on-1 with Mendy, he could have put it away, but okay, he's not the goal scorer.
Look, we can't say he's not a goal scorer. All these players practice that.
For sure. But remember, Luthi, you get certain players that practice only with tackling, winning ball positions, and you get your strikers that will sit 30 minutes before training, taking shots, 30 minutes afterwards. That works in those things. But I mean, for me, Fred, and I'm actually happy Beast to say that coming from a Liverpool fan, is that that's what we've seen, that we've seen a glimpse of it. It's just that majority of the time at United, when you go out for a tackle or when you try to win the ball, and especially with Manchester United's formation, you risk yourself losing the ball or giving a suspect pass to your teammate. If Fred can just put all those things in one, win the ball back, release the ball quicker, get back in position, I think we'll see the Fred that a lot of clubs boasted about, that wanted him before he came to Manchester United, because he is a brilliant player. It's just that, of course, within the United team, there are teams that are being sacrificed, or there are players that are being sacrificed to say, okay, nah, Debra, no one wants him. You're Harry Maguire. Okay, we all know Harry Maguire can't play football. But I mean, like, he is a hard-working player. And I think that's why he gets chosen. Because in training, he does it. He's committed. His morale is up. Whether he's on the bench or whether he's playing, he is that player that is committed. I just hope that he can be consistent.
But can I just say this, that our biggest, I think Fred's biggest problem was Solskjaer was playing him more defensive.
Yeah.
And,
I think
that's not his game.
Scott McTominay.
Yeah.
There were few balls that Scott McTominay won. Bruno's open. Okay, Bruno had a shocker. On Sunday. But Bruno's open. Where does he pass? Backwards. And I'm happy that this Ralph Rangnick is going to come in and is going to change that type of play, because if you win the ball in the midfield and you have opportunity to pass to two open players, but you go backwards. My man, we pass at Louis van Gaal here. We don't play back anymore. So we need to change that around and at least let our players be more, I think they need to be more intelligent. Soccer is not just about the ball at your feet. It's more about also being intelligent, understanding football. Have that 360 vision like your Thiagos. You know what I'm saying? Have that by United. We can't that's why Bruno is not performing anymore. Because Bruno was that. I mean, people they're reading him. You need to have another one there. But your next person is Scott McTominay.
Did I not say that to you long ago? That when Bruno loses his form or gets injured, we're going to have problems.
For sure.
And that's why I always said, Ole had to play Donny to mix up with the players, or maybe play Pogba in that position and let Bruno sit bench and just see how it goes.
Yeah.
So, at least we have Paul back, eh?
Eh?
Do we have him back this one or the weekend?
Who's this?
Paul Pogba. Pogba.
Nah, but Paul is out for at least another month or so. Well, he needs to sit. He needs to know where he wants to be. Like, I mean, I don't want to play him going into this festive season. Tell us now, you want to be with Manchester United, you want to move on. Leave this of contracts and you want to be the highest paid player. Do the talking on the pitch. We'll give you the money that you want. But, my man, your last assist was, in August.
Newcastle, was it? Beginning of the season?
Yeah, you had 7 assists in 1 month and we got nothing from you. Season in, season out. Do the talking on the pitch, then we'll give you the money that you want. But let's move on. I want to get back. I want to get into the preview for tomorrow night. It's Manchester United versus Arsenal. David D is still here, and I just feel that I need to just play this because the man in form, the last time he played against Manchester United,
35 yards and more. Too far for Ronaldo to think about it. Oh! Absolutely sensational! He went through Almunia, beaten for pain.
No, can I say something? You shouldn't have played that one. No, you should play the
That
one
was
of
the last goal
Lingard.
scored against
You should
Arsenal.
play the one of Lingard when he was breaking down there at Arsenal. That's the proper one.
But man, this one breaks my heart still since 2008. It's still
No,
breaking
the
my
one
heart.
of Lingard, bro. When he's doing that dancing there, that one killed Arsenal. That one killed Arsenal.
Brahma, man. Yeah,
Who doesn't love seeing Arsenal be killed?
we're all in the same boat. You know, City, Chelsea, Liverpool, they have their own boat where they are fighting for the league. Over here, we just, fighting in between us. But what a time to play Arsenal. They came out of the relegation zone. They're making some noise. But I think
Just a question: is it at Old Trafford or they by them?
it's at the theater. It's at the theater, my man.
Oh, okay. I should watch this one with John, but okay.
What's your
Listen,
thoughts, Graham?
my thoughts are, all seriousness, I think it's going to be a draw. I think it's going to be a draw.
What?
Arsenal showing the same form as City. You know, they've won 4 out of 5. They're the only team who's won 4 out of 5. They don't better form than Chelsea. They're doing well away from home. You've got to give it to them. They're on the up. They are on the up, definitely.
Yeah.
But I think what the resilience United showed on Sunday, this is a good game to continue the momentum. I would love Arsenal to get beaten. I'm not hiding the fact that I want United to beat Arsenal. I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw. I think we're going to see a very good, exciting, not a great game. I don't think it's gonna be great. Neither of the two teams are gonna lose to each other. I think it's gonna be an exciting game. But I think tomorrow night, test Ben White and Gabriel with Ronaldo. I can always say that a lot of players still get that.
I think Cavani is also back, eh?
They get shell shock playing against Ronaldo. You know, the presence of Ronaldo, and they're shocked. So let's see the two of them tomorrow night against United, and then also a Chinaman with United. Timmy also probably want to be taking photos all night of Ronaldo. So
He's coming through. Oh, Tommy T is coming through though.
Tommy too, yeah, but he'll probably be playing with a camera in his pocket, taking photos of Ronaldo for 90 minutes. So.
That's a good one.
What's the left back's name of Arsenal? Tavares or
Tavares. Listen, he's decent, eh?
Yeah,
he's decent.
What a guy! What a guy!
It's a workhorse. He's a workhorse. Up and down.
If you can keep Tierney on the bench, you must be doing something well. Tierney for me is one of the best left backs in the Premier League. One of the best in the Premier League, and to keep him on the bench, you must be doing well, man.
Of course, they might be missing out on Saka. I'm not too sure what is the fitness update there on Saka because, but for me, of course, I'm gonna give it to them. Smith Rowe, brilliant player, and I mean that's also one player to look out for. I'm not worried about your Aubameyangs, your Lacazettes, your Pepes. That threat of them saying now watch out for Pepe, that's presence and stuff like that. Like nah, what a disappointment! What a waste of 72 million.
What a waste of 72 million.
Yeah, that's a massive waste. But I feel like it's gonna be a tight one.
On the selling him, they're gonna sell him here January already. They wanna put him up for sale.
To who?
Zal not be back.
Pepe.
Sell him to who? Who wants him?
I don't know.
Arsenal were the only fools to buy him. Who wants him?
Bro, I won't lie to you. Eh? I remember how Arsenal fans were on our case about
when they did this celebration of Pepe.
Yeah, they were so excited to buy him.
That's how far you have to go to see his talent.
Sure, he hasn't actually.
He is shocking.
He hasn't produced at all.
He is shocking. He's the Harry Maguire of Arsenal.
I should put my laptop on charge. Yeah, are you guys there?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we are.
No, remember how they used to go on with us about signing Pepe, and look now.
Are we there?
They would have been better buying Pepe Dungries.
Yeah, but so my thing, what a waste. I don't think that front three Their front three was never ever a threat though. Like whenever they were playing together, I mean, it was always Aubameyang went. And I mean, as your captain of Arsenal, I don't see him as that threat anymore. I don't even think he wants to be an Arsenal player, to be honest. But I mean, big ups to Arteta.
But you
For
think they're playing? You think they're not playing him the position he wants to play?
what position does he want to play?
Aubameyang he was very effective coming from the left,
Mm-hmm.
and then they change him back to the center.
Mm-hmm.
He's
like
not
struggling.
doing badly, though.
Yeah, it's not doing that bad, but I mean, it's
doing
not.
badly. Yeah,
What
but
was
they
the result though?
become
The result
better.
last
They
season
become
was
better.
was a 1-0. It was a penalty from him, no? Yeah. So I mean,
I think
actually,
they've gotten. Sorry, Dale. Sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, of late they actually had a few victories over us.
Yeah, they actually do.
Yeah.
I remember we've had some
Yeah,
moments.
I think Arsenal actually gotten better since they moved him to the middle. They've become a better team this season since they moved him to the middle. He was sort of calling the shots where he wants to play, and they've moved him to the middle, and then they've become a better team.
Yeah, but I think it's just gonna be one of those games where, as much as we never had a consistency in the Prem, with Carrick, so you only had 2 games. Arsenal, of course, they have that consistency, and I think for them it depends on how the game starts. Benny actually made it nice and clear that for United, of course, let's hope that if we do concede, I wouldn't want us to concede first. That we just regain that comeback strategy that we've always had, or for the past couple of weeks under Ole. But I think a game like this, I wouldn't mind taking a draw, but I'd also like a game of goals. I think it's also
Draw.
Yeah, look at the end of the day, Luther, is that we have. If we're taking a draw, but
Tell you something.
if we see a different formation, this is now 2 different formations that Carrick has played, and it was brilliant formations. When I saw a 4-3, and I saw it was Matic, Scott, and Fred, I was like, "What is this man doing?" But when I saw how they were playing with those type of formations. And if you get the result with a 3 or 1 point, that pays off to the formation you're giving. You understand?
But
We haven't found our formation yet.
I was just actually looking for the fixtures quickly. If I look at the fixtures, we have a massive chance of getting maximum points throughout these
Thank you.
games.
Yeah.
This is our catch-up point that we were waiting for. And I can also understand why they did decide to let go of Ole now, rather. Because this is our greatest opportunity to win all these games. Because after Arsenal, we got Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace is not easy. They are actually quite difficult. Right? But it's a chance for us to make points. The young boy game, that you should give a lot of players a chance. Honestly, that game you need to rest players. Then from there on, okay, Brighton's a tough one.
Tough one.
Brighton. Don't underestimate Brighton. Don't underestimate that team. You see there again, you're gonna make that mistake. Look where they are in the log. Look how that team has been playing.
Brighton started off good, but they're dropping like a tea bag. They started off good.
Do not underestimate.
I hear you. There's
Do not underestimate. We have many times underestimated teams, and then what happened to us? Dololo.
Yeah. Benny, sorry for that, my man. Okay, draws out of the question. We're taking 3 points. And Bram, of course, commenting on behalf of himself. Spurs will finish above Arsenal. That's their trophy. It always has been that way, Bram.
I love Davey. He's a great guy.
But I think the fixtures going into December. How's your fixtures looking, Bram?
I've actually got a question for you guys. I've got a question for you guys before we get there.
Yeah.
As United fans,
tell you frozen again.
No, I'm not.
It's not. It's not on my side. It's not. I've got a question. Okay. Are you happy or relieved with the appointment of Ralph?
What a question. Okay. Am I happy? Yes, I am. Am I relieved? Yes, I am. I think the question goes together. Happy in the sense of course, it's a new manager. Um, with every United supporter, when a new manager comes in, it's your duty, it's your responsibility, it's your love for the club that you support that manager. Some, of course, gives up earlier than the rest, but we as United supporters, and I'm pretty sure for the rest it's the same. You support the manager. I'm relieved, super. I'm relieved, bruh. With Ralphie coming in, and even if it was any other manager actually. There's one thing that I know where United will change the game is just a change of formation. Let it be tactics. Let it be an
Yes.
identity.
Yes.
With this team that we have, it's a bunch of players that can do a job. They can do a job.
Okay.
What type of job are they doing lately? It's individual brilliance. We've
Which
been
has to
rescued by
change.
Cristiano
Which
Ronaldo.
has to change.
You know, there's no formation. Many times coming back against Atalanta, against Villarreal, even against Newcastle when Ronaldo just got there, we were pegged 1-1, bruh. Against Newcastle, Steve Bruce, we were pegged 1-1. We needed the individual brilliance to get us back into the game, and there's many other examples that we can use. So just the end of my thing, relieved, yes, I am, because I know Ralph is going to bring in, he has vision, he has an identity of his own, very, very stubborn coach. He is experienced. Many people say no, but he's not a coach. He's more backroom staff. He's more of a, building the structure of the club. That's a manager.
I was going to
That's
touch
a
on
manager.
I was going to touch on that. The reason I pose the question, though.
Okay, but the reason before you pose your question, before you answer your question, I think we really need a guy like this that's going to put a structure up and a direction of where our football is going.
Yeah,
United needs that, and that's why I'm happy we got someone that's going to do that for us, right?
Okay.
So as a coach, yes, he wasn't that great, but he's in terms of building up a team structure or fixing the team's structures out there and style of playing football. He's brilliant at that. And this is what we need, but we don't have that. And that's why he's already bringing in a new sporting director that he wants, because he has a vision. So now United has a vision of a style of football they can start playing.
Yeah. Who's your new sporting director?
He's bringing in the guy he wants to bring in. We have
no, the guy turned you down.
Right?
No, but you're not bringing Fletcher in. Fletcher is there. The reason I'm asking the question is this.
No. Just it's not bringing Fletcher. Fletcher is there already. I'm saying that there's a guy, I forgot the name now. I did read that he actually...
No, the guy turned United down.
Oh, he turned the guy...
The guy turned United down. Yes. Yeah, so. The reason that I'm asking the question is the following. You have brought him in to be the director of football at United. Right? For me, this guy's got his eye on that job. He's just luckily enough able to coach, right? How wise was it to bring him in this capacity? Because he's only going to coach from now till the end of the season. His focus is on his duty at United, is his director of football. He's then got to go and look for a coach to take over at United next year. That's why I'm asking, are you happy Ollie's gone and there's a new face? How wise was this decision on bringing this guy in? Because it comes with this whole idea.
Is that Bram? Is Bram losing it?
I lost you guys, so I don't know. I don't know the question.
Bram is disconnecting.
And you, Dale, you frozen on my side, but okay.
No, I'm fine. Oh, it's your network. Bram, can I ask you a question?
You're gonna do what they mean. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? We got rid of Ole too late. It wouldn't have made sense now to let go of Ole. You should have actually coached until the end of the season, because we got rid of him. We should have got rid of him before the international break. That would have given us time to get in a coach. Actually, would have given us time to get in Antonio Conte. if I look back now, okay, let me answer this question. Currently, present, we are here now. Ralph is at Manchester United. Ralph is good at look at who we brought up in the coaching world. Jurgen Klopp, Thomas Tuchel, Champions League winners, Premier League winners. That is people that has learned from his style of football. RB Leipzig, Hoffenheim. Let's use RB as the latest club that he has managed. Where were they before that? You understand? They were not a big club. So where maybe will raise an eyebrow is Manchester United is a big club. Will he have the power? Or, to go into this club, knowing that we have the Glazers that are very stubborn, that won't change things for anybody as long as they're making a profit from my club. Will he go in and say, listen here, this is what we're going to change? There's rumors of him having a small group of people coming in, but Kieran McKenna, Mike Phelan, Michael Carrick, they will still be there. But as long as we have Ralph there that has a vision, and as Benny also said, that has a plan B, that has structure, those are the things that you can implement. Honestly, if Benny McCarthy had to come to Manchester United, my man, that we would turn the results around. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer have an identity. You need to have an identity.
Yeah.
You need to have a vision and you need to have a mission. Those two things go hand in hand.
I agree with you there. We're lacking massive there.
Yeah.
So
that's why I posed the question to you guys.
I need to drop something that the guy here waiting for me.
I just wanted to hear United fans' opinion on, because if I look at it from here, the fact that he's got a title outside of being manager at the end of the season, for me is it's just I don't understand the appointment.
Yeah, he has the 6 months.
I would love him to be. Listen, then by all means, we are possibly looking at the current coach, Michael Carrick, because Carrick's going to be working under his tutelage now.
That's a thing.
You see, if that is the case, sorry, Del, then I say applaud Manchester United for what they are doing, because you know why? They are showing that we're putting faith in former players, putting their hand up, coming forward to say, this is our club. I know the ethos of this club. Let me manage this club. Then I praise United, because other clubs are not doing that. Other big clubs are not always taking that. And so I praise United for that.
Yeah. Look, and that's why I said I'm happy, and there's been a whole lot of United supporters that are happy as well, because we just appointed. There was a time when no one wanted to coach Manchester United. Louis van Gaal was the one who stood up and said, I want to coach Manchester United. So now we've made mistakes. This is now our 5th manager post Ferguson, and now it's coming in to say, listen here, okay, what does this man actually have? We're not. It's no longer, ex-player. Leave that now. That ship has sailed. Don't bring in ex-players and this and that. We learned our lesson with Ole. I still love Ole. What he done for us in '99, it will never be forgotten. That goal will never be forgotten. But going into it and say, Ralph, here's your 6-month contract. You have a 2-year consultancy. You have power to say who's going to come in next. This is the time for Michael Carrick to learn. Bring out this notebook. Take down as many notes as possible, because you are learning from a manager that actually has students under him that still praise him to say my playing style, my vision comes from Ralph Rangnick. You understand? So this is an opportunity to learn. I don't expect United. Look, I don't expect United to now, okay, we're going to win the league. There's still time for us. No. But I'm saying there's still cup opportunities for. There's still cup championships. Cup competitions, it doesn't go on form. It's on the night. My man. You can have a bad game against us. We beat you. We go to the next round. So let's try something there. But most importantly, Manchester United is going to go into the games now. We can see the style of play. He's stubborn enough to stick with it. We never had that for the past 3 seasons. That's why I can guarantee every Manchester United supporter is happy. We are relieved, and we are super excited to have Ralph as our interim coach until the end of the season.
I'm honest when I say this also. Just having a sense of direction where we're going.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have that. Ever since Fergie left, We struggled. We chop and change. Now there's someone actually that's gonna have direction to where we're going with football.
And I think that's what I'm saying. I applaud United if that is the case, because if he's going to be there to mold the next coach, United's taking a stance to say.
Yeah, Bram, we haven't seen it once. We've seen it more than once. We've seen it with Chelsea. Look at it, Lampard's style of play. It didn't work at Chelsea. Tuchel came in, changed it up in 6 months. Look, they won the Champions League. So I'm not saying, okay, it must happen with Manchester United, but things can take time, but it can also be changed overnight. And let's just hope Manchester United that we one of the overnighters that can actually change this around. It happened also before.
And you're in the same boat that Chelsea was in when he came there. You remember?
Yeah,
they were sort of flirting with fourth place. And he came in, but the good thing about this could be in 2-3 years' time, we can applaud this decision by United, because the coach will have the backing of Tuchel. I think, like I said in one of my first shows, I said that if only Lampard had a support in between him and Abramovich, he probably would still be there today. He didn't have that to feed on.
Yeah, no, I agree, my man. I definitely feel that this is going to be a chance for Manchester United to do the right thing. It's not just on the pitch, but it's also behind the scenes.
Off the pitch, behind it,
things that we don't see, but it has impact on the pitch. So let's just see. I'm a big fan of of high pressing. Liverpool made me fall in love with that high pressing football. City made me fall in love with that, and it's a nice thing to see that your team is. It's not just about high pressing, but the direction of how you're going to be playing.
Yeah,
your triangles, your semi squares, all those things. So it's not everybody's speaking about this high pressing, but in order to have a high pressing game, you also need to have a low back line as well. So I'm hoping that I'm hoping
it's sad to say that, because I'll tell you why. 5 years ago, there was no better pressing team than Spurs in the league. We just don't have a trophy to show for it, because you would have said Pochettino if we had. The year we came second to Chelsea. That's why I'm saying I'm sad, because I think 5 years ago I'm sad, guys. I'm sad. There was no better pressing team than Spurs under Pochettino in that 2-3 years.
Yeah, your club is not big enough for us to recognize that. Tottenham is not big enough for us to recognize that.
Don't have something there to show. David's loving that part. We just.
No, but you actually, Bram, thank you for that. You actually took me back. That it actually started with Poch. But of course, it's the club you support. If you don't have anything to show for it, then what does it actually mean?
Where are you?
We're participation diplomas, guys. We're participation diplomas.
But we reached the end of our show. I love to end it off with the two famous questions. Bram, we'll go with you, my man. Who would you say team of the week?
I'll give it to the noisy neighbors down the road, Arsenal.
Okay.
Great game. Good performance, and they did well. Great goal by Martinelli, so I'm giving it to them.
Okay. Luthi?
I'm going to be biased. I'm going to give it to my team for not losing to Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. As you know, I'm going to have to go with Manchester United. I'm going to have to go with United. Like I said, the beginning of the show.
Both going to be biased in as well.
We have to be biased.
We're not losing. We're happy for not losing.
I want to be honest. My family's here. Before I leave, I'm hoping that I'm going to take 3 points. We came back with a point. I've explained it in detail, and I'm going to explain it again. When you go to a team that's on top of the log and you're playing away, coming home, you get to that bus at that 1 point, you keep quiet, you just go home, you have a point. You took something from them, and you're now back. Who's it going to hurt most? Does it 1-1 hurt United, or does it hurt Chelsea?
Chelsea.
So therefore, that is my team of the week. Flop of the week.
There's no real flop of the week. There's no real flop of the week.
No. There is a flop of the week for me.
Who's the flop of the week?
West Ham, 2 in a row, 2 losses in a row. I've never seen their players on social media so much. Declan Rice is posting videos left, right, and center. Humble yourself, sir. Rice, baby. Humble yourself.
Rice, baby. Yeah, for sure. But yeah,
that
that's
was
it.
funny,
the Hammers. The Hammers, flop of the week.
Luther, yours?
I actually didn't. For me, I didn't really, other than the normal bottom three teams. But no, I can't say West Ham, shame. I mean, yes,
Yeah,
every
they
team
are.
has it. Every team has it, that slump where they do lose. But I mean, come on, they also doing
No,
brilliantly.
guy, they talking about Champions League spot secured, 4th place spot now.
Oh, they're being cocky.
Move over, move
They have
over.
been making
Move
noise. Like, I
over.
mean, my feed is like when you open up as West Ham, it's like there's a song Rice, baby. I'm like, come on, guys, it's too soon. We haven't reached December yet, but yeah.
Actually,
Benny,
I
my
haven't
man.
reached Feb.
Benny, you hate Maguire, brother. Brother must play him. Oh, Benny.
Actually, you know what we should say? Also, a positive of the week was Andy Carroll playing for Reading, and he actually scored his first goal. My
Yeah,
word, I was shocked.
I saw that man was
I
doing
was
some
like,
rowing
this,
slashes there with the corner
yeah.
flag.
And man, I was like, yo, this guy still play.
But yeah, guys, we went over our time. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining. To the viewers, you guys were amazing tonight. Thank you for keeping the comment section lit. Yeah, we have some Premier League games coming up, so I'm giving you guys time to tune into you, watch your favorite team. We have Aston Villa. Yeah, Aston Villa versus City, Watford versus Chelsea. And I mean, I'm not Everton. Please do something for us, Everton. Like,
Wow, Everton. Yeah, Everton.
I'd rather watch a movie than watch Liverpool Everton. I'd rather watch a movie than Liverpool Everton.
You know, as back to that, I gave Liverpool praise on the show, but now it's football time. Everton, please do something. But the game to watch is definitely Stevie G versus
Stevie
Pep.
G
It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
Yes.
Oh, is that tonight?
That's tonight.
9:30, guys. 9:30.
Yeah, this is the 2 days in the week, tonight and tomorrow night, where you will be going to bed at 12. I usually doze off, but I'm gonna try and stay awake for that Villa versus City game.
No, I'm actually gonna sign on now.
All right. Bram, my man, thank you very much for tuning in, my man.
No worries, man. No worries.
In my regards to the loved ones. Luthi?
Yes, and to you, baby.
We must you in Bella, my guy.
I was there in the wood.
What
are you talking about? I was in the wood.
Huh?
I was there the weekend.
Okay, cool.
I'm there every weekend.
We don't see you.
I spend time with my mother, my man.
But thank you very much, guys. We love you.
Whoa, wait. Just hold on. Before you do know the Liverpool game, is it 10?
Quarter past 10. Liverpool's at 10.
Good night.
United and Arsenal is also quarter past 10, so we will be
good night, James.
We will be getting into our beds at 12.
That's what I said.
That's 1 o'clock.
Watch a movie.
That's 1 o'clock.
I'm not up for watching Liverpool.
If you look at this whole curfew vibe, but I imagine you can't just go out and watch the game with your homies. You know, like I mean, the game starts quarter past and then ends at 12. So I mean, either you're gonna break curfew times, which you don't, encourage anybody to do. But I mean, like you have to watch the game at home, and I mean, it's the worst thing to watch at home, especially when it's a late game, because now you sleep and now you fall asleep. You know, and then you're the first one to wake up to check the score, make sure your team won.
True.
But guys, let's get going. Thank you very much for tuning into the views once again. Like the pod, share the pod, and most of all, tell your moms and dads, your kids, your friends to subscribe to this pod. It's amazing. We're growing. We're on 80 subscribers. Let's reach 100 before the year ends. And before we go, the competition that we had a few weeks ago, our stats is out. But it's not closest to. If your stats is spot on, you will be receiving that cap of the team that you support. I'm hoping no one gets it right because I forgot that December is a long month. So yeah, but if you do get it right, I will honor my commitment and make sure we get that cap to you. But most love, thank you very much to everybody. Next week we'll go through the stats and we'll see who's on par. But I know Tandi's out because Tandi said that Ronaldo's going to be top goal scorer.
It's how you lie. I said Kane. This Tottenham guy disappointed
I
me.
said Lukaku. Dude was injured.
You see, all of you are out, my man. All of you are out. But yeah, I'm not going to say goodbye for the fourth time. Thank you very much, guys. Peace out.
Okay.
Take care and enjoy the rest of the week. Most love.
Peace.